And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Sometimes a game I'm attracted to for multiple reasons, and Floating Market is one of those. This is a game of diced fruit. Well, that sounds good. But that's because the game actually comes with cool, colored, polyhedral dice in multiple sides. Each player is going to get 2 6-sided, a 4-sided, a 10, and a 12, and they're all the colors that match them. It's a worker placement game. It's a dice chucking game where you're trying to guess where a pool of dice is going to land, but you can manipulate that. In fact, a lot of the games sounded similar to a game that I love very much called Manila, and so I was very excited. This game had a cool theme of floating boats that were selling fruit, so I thought, win, 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 let's hope. So let's start backwards for this game. To win this game, you'll notice at the top here that there are 7 different types of fruit. If you get 5 different fruits, you win the game. The way you're going to get those fruits is mostly from either these boats. Each boat gives out a specific type of fruit. Or you can go over here and buy a fruit for 4 coins. So getting money is another way to get fruit. Now, players are going to be taking turns placing workers in this game. And while they're doing that, they're going to be building a dice pool. Each player has 3 workers. They also have 4 dice of their color, a 4-sided and a 6-sided, a 10-sided and a 12-sided. They also have a regular white 6-sided die. This one counts as a negative die. Whenever a player it's their turn, they can place their guy in any empty spot as long as no one's there. This can be one of the 7 boats on the board. It can be one of several spaces here, although some spaces are for a certain number of players only. And some spaces have a money symbol on them. So if you place into this spot here, for example, you have to pay a coin to go there. Or earlier I showed you to go here, you have to pay 4 coins. Now, players are placing 3 workers, one at a time. When you place your first worker, you will also take one of the dice from your pool and place it here in a general pool. So each player is going to be placing dice in a pool as they put their workers out. It's possible, if you go here, to also add a +4 or a -2 counter to the pool. It's possible if you go here to add a 12-sided die to the pool. It's possible by going here that you will add a -6-sided die to the pool. There are many different ways. If you go over here, for example, you can add 2 more of your dice from the pile to the pool. So there can be all sorts of dice in the pool. Now you're going to want to make sure you get on the boats here too. So let's just pretend that the worker placement is like this. Once everyone's done placing their workers, we're going to take all the dice in the pool, and whoever's the start player is going to roll them. So these are -5. That's a +5, so they cancel out. This one here, I rolled a 12, -2 is 10, 20, 24, 30, 37 plus 4. 37 plus 4 is 41. So I look which boat is 41. This boat here happens to be 41 plus. So this guy gets the fruit that's on that boat. So he gets the lime and the coconut. And then these 2 players, the boats that are adjacent to him, the boats are all adjacent to each other in a circle. These 2 each get 2 coins each. Now, if during the game, one of these players had paid a coin to put this on their boat, you can send a worker over here to put this on the boat, they would have got the lime also because they were next to the right boat. And if these 2 spaces are set up, then the boat that is 2 away in each direction will also get 2 coins. That's pretty much the whole game. You can only have one of a fruit. So if I already have a banana, for example, I can't get another banana. And I'm just trying to get 5 different fruits. Once you have 4 coins, you definitely want to go here, turn those in to get the fruit of your choice. When one player has 5 fruit, the game ends, and that player wins. The game itself for Floating Market is fun. You really have a lot of options. Of course you want to get your workers on boats. The more boats you're on, the more fruits you can get. But that side stuff you want to throw, do you want to throw the 12-sided die in? Or you can go to that spot and say, I'm not throwing the 12-sided die in, the extra one. There's one spot where you can go initially and you can pay a gold to put your person on that spot. And then you can put out your other 2 people. So if you go first, you can pay 1 gold and get 2 spots that you really want on the board. Maybe you want to go, there's 2 spots on each side of the river. You go to one of those spots, and if the boat is on that side, the one that it hits at the end, you get gold. So it has almost this kind of very similar feel to betting on red or betting on black. It's the same thing here. Like, I'm putting it here, I hope this is it. Okay, I'm looking at the dice that are in the pool, and okay, it looks like the average of those dice is going to be 20. So I'm going to put it in this spot here that's 20 to 23. And after each round, whoever's a new starting player can switch 2 boats. So the boats are going to move around to the different numbers. But I mean, there's a less than 0 spot for, if people put a bunch of negative dice in. I've seen that one hit. And so all this is very entertaining and interesting. The reason I'm not giving this game an excellent rating, I like it and it's good and it's fun and I'll enjoy playing it, is because essentially all that is just so much claptrap. It really is. You can be like, okay, we're going to do this, and then they're picking up a huge pile of dice and rolling them, and who knows where it's going to land. Now, sure, the law of averages say it should hit probably here, but it's not like you're rolling the dice 50 times. You're rolling them once. Okay, it's one big roll, and that number could be anywhere. It really could be. Even with all the modifiers, if I roll 6 dice, there's a possibility I roll 6 ones. Or 3 12s and 2 10s, or whatever. You're never really sure what's going to be rolled. And so you feel like you're doing all this cool stuff to manipulate it. Ooh, I'll do this and this. But in the end, the dice will fruit to whoever it is. So you got to realize that going in, okay? There's all this, I almost call it pseudo strategy, because you're like, ooh, I'm doing this to manipulate this. I'll do this and that. And in the end, the dice tell you who gets the fruit. Now, that doesn't mean it's not fun, all right? To put the people on the boat, shaking dice, all right. Although it's kind of funny because, when we're comparing this to the wheel where the ball spins around and stops in the gambling halls and it hits 20. People know it's 20. Here you roll the dice and everyone's like, oh, okay, what is that? 4 plus 3 minus 6 plus 2 plus 10. It's less dramatic. Everyone's like, oh, okay, what's the final number? 20, 20, 20, yeah! It's hard to explain. It's like a delayed reaction. I almost wish that it was like, there was like an app where it would just do it all automatically for you. And then like shoot a big number and everyone would cheer. There is that excitement of gambling here with just like a roulette table. And I think that sells me on the game. Plus the really cool components. The dice are cool. The pieces are cool. The art is cool. Getting the artwork. And I really like all of that. The theme is good. The box has a really nice insert that comes with a plastic lid that holds everything into place. The board goes on top of that. So it's a very good production. And it's fun to play. It's just that it seems to be more technical and strategic than it really is. And I think you could get so caught up in that, and then you would be frustrated by the roll sometimes. But as for me, I put everything out and say, let's see what happens. Come on, 20 to 23. You do that, you'll have a lot of fun with the game. Fortunately, I can do that, so I enjoy it. Dice Tower Judgment, approved!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!